problem up here on the board where all I want to do is understand what is meant by a particular definite integral. So we're going to have x represents the number of products that we're manufacturing. Okay. C of x is my cost function. So that's the cost, how much it's going to cost me to produce x of those products. And remember, in the business world, when we take the derivative of something like that, we call it the marginal cost. So that's the rate of change of cost with respect to the number of products. Okay. So I'm asking two questions here. What does it mean if the definite integral from 1,000 to 2,000 of the marginal cost is 526? And then what are the units for that integral? We were just told that integral was 526. It's 526 what's? Is that products? Is that people? Is it goats? Probably not, because there was no reference to goats in the problem, but you never know. Okay. So I want to try to answer those two questions. I'm going to suggest that you pause the video and try to answer them on your own. And I'm also going to suggest that you answer this one first. Even though I asked them in this order, very often, if you can figure out the units, that helps you to clarify that what this means has to be something that could be measured in those units. Okay? So go ahead and pause the video, come back, and we'll check in. Okay, so for the units, I really just need to look at what were the units for C prime and what were the units for x. Because integration is really just what we do when we would have a formula involving multiplication if things were constant, but things aren't constant, so we replace multiplication with integration. So basic area of a rectangle, base times height. If the height is changing, we integrate the height with respect to the base. Same thing for distance. It's speed times time. Well, if the speed is changing, we replace multiplication with integrating speed with respect to time. And if we switch that to velocity, which is a signed quantity, displacement would just be, if we had a constant velocity, displacement would be that velocity times time. When the velocity is changing, we replace that with integration. So if I want to figure out the units of things, it's the same units I'd have if this thing were constant and I were just doing a multiplication problem. C prime was the cost to produce X products. That's going to be in dollars per product. C was the cost to produce X products. So I think it's safe to assume that we're measuring cost in dollars. C prime is the derivative of that, so it would be dollars per product. If I were plotting C of X, I would have X here and C of X here. X is the number of products, so the units that we're using there are products. C of X would be dollars. C prime is the slope of that, so it's going to be these units divided by these units. So dollars per product. And then X, we were measuring in products. Dollars per product times product is just dollars. So that 526 is $526. So if I were trying to say, oh, that means I'm making 526 products, I know I'm wrong, unless I'm manufacturing dollars, which would probably be bad because I think you're supposed to be like the U.S. Treasury if you're manufacturing dollars. I don't think you're supposed to do that in private business. Okay. So what does this mean? Well, we were integrating a rate of change. So this should be an amount of change. Okay. We were integrating the rate of change of cost. So this is the amount of change in the cost going from 1,000 products to 2,000 products. So if I manufactured 1,000 products and I wanted to manufacture 1,000 more to go up to 2,000, my cost would increase by $526. So that's the cost to produce that second 1,000 products.